very accurate, I believe, an indictment of what we have been doing in Afghanistan. My main point is, given all of that, we have gotten ourselves so entangled into every aspect of that society that we must be very careful in withdrawing. And as I say, one way of doing that might be by stages. I wanted to tell a little story about the guest phenomenon, which is so important. I don't know if you knew, yeah, you knew I'd been in Afghanistan for some 3 years. Anyhow, the story goes, as Bill says, it's absolutely obligatory. Any stranger, even your enemy who needs help or maybe lost out in a sort of desert scrub country, the Afghan homes are almost all surrounded by very high walls. They say it's partly to protect the women from being seen by anybody else, probably as much for defense as anything else. In any case, the story goes that a member of a tribe, another tribe from the one with the home, is lost out in the night, and he happens to be from a so-called enemy tribe or family. He staggers up and knocks on the door of this walled family compound. He's invited in and showered with the best of everything, the best of food. They wash his clothing during the night, the women do, for the next day. He, as I say, gets the best food, he's given the nicest bed in the house, treated very royally. The whole point being, nothing's too good for the guest, and he should be comfortable. But the next morning, again, he may be fed a splendid meal and bid goodbye, and the gates close behind him. And the host in this case watches or estimates that the guest must have traveled perhaps a kilometer by this time. And at that point, the whole family can rush out and try to capture that guy and perhaps kill him, because he did come from a rival tribe. But it's kind of, certainly has elements of irony that the guesting is so important that the worst possible person must be treated royally. Another point, Bill was talking about escalation. My impression is that for now, the escalation is over in terms of more troops and forces. All they're going to get, for now, has been done. I certainly hope there's no, within what? In December, we're supposed to get a review by Obama of this whole commitment in Afghanistan, and we'll see, but for the, right now, there's no escalation going on. And it's proven, as Bill said, not to be very effective. He mentioned this story of the former Taliban man who became a moderator, a fellow trying to help in the negotiations. I think that was in the Nation magazine, right?
Yes, yes.
I think the latest Nation.
By Jeremy Skagel.
That's Skagel, right. And even the main editorial part, there's a commentary on it. Yeah. In any case, other sources that may be useful, the Nation stays on this pretty good. The New York Review of Books was excellent. There's a story, the latest one by the Belarevue, I never can pronounce that guy's name. And the Atlantic, as I mentioned, had this very in-depth story of the conditions under troops, which troops actually live and fight, and suffer rather poor morale a good part of the time. Perhaps the worst bombing we ever did, and we've certainly continued bombing and drones and night raids, the night raids were, I guess, also in Scahill.
Yes, they were.
And that's the figure who is one man who had become sort of the hope and the respected moderator for pre-negotiations, was killed by a special forces raid, so-called. However, as the article said, The Army said, well, we have no report of that operation. Sort of like the videos the CIA tore up and forgot about.
Okay, Bill, you get